Hi guys, welcome to a new episode of Finish It Fridays. Today we are not going to the cabinet because I literally tore my house apart to redistribute everything and work things better. So in the process, I found some odds and sods that have been hanging around and I had tossed them in this basket. So you can see that I have some bobbins in here that are partially filled. I have some Rolags from Sadie's Spin Craft that I had started spinning and did not finish. I've got bobbins here for my other spinning wheel that I rarely ever use. I don't know why I bought it, but I did. So I will ply them up on my Lendrum. I'll probably just chain ply this. It's a lovely sparkly wool. It's very pretty. So I think I'll just ply that up, chain ply it. I have a little bit of I don't know what on here. This would be probably silk and yak. And then I have some lock spun. I'm just trying to see if I tail spun it or just lock spun it. This can probably just be taken off the bobbin. So basically the goal is we are going to clean up any bobbins that we find that have bits and pieces on them. I think up top, I have on my electric wheel, Kate, I have some stuff here. So we're going to pull that off and we're going to apply that, add that to the basket. Let's see what else we can find. Oops. I'm going to check my stand for my electric wheel. 1 second. All right, I only found 2 more things. I have this lovely thing, which I'm pretty sure is a cashmere and silk. From the feel of it, I have no idea. Mystery, chain ply, it'll be done. And then this is a really old project. Like we're talking, I think I started this in my other house. And it is, I just washed some locks in little packets. And I'm spinning them up into a lace weight, which is not very lacy, but then that would have been like 6 years ago when I started this. I can do better. So I may just chain ply what's on there and then do the rest of it, because I was doing it with my little doggy brush. And do the rest of it in a finer singles, because this one, it's not very fine. I can do way better than that. So we'll throw that in the basket. So here is what we're dealing with. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tackle these that just need to be chain plied. We'll get them all done up. I'll probably just do them up on one bobbin. I might even just pull out my electric wheel and chain ply them all on there. I'm assuming I did the twist in the same direction on all of them, but I guess we'll find out. And then I'll get to the projects where I have to do some serious spinning. I think that's what we'll do. We'll use the electric wheel to ply these because it'll go quicker. No, I can do it just as easily by foot. And seeing as how my knee's not bothering me anymore, thank you, acupuncture. I can power my way through. So first thing I need to do though is I was working outside and I'm sweaty and gross. So I'm going to go take a bath, get the dirt and the bugs off me. And then we're going to get to work plying up all this yarn. And I would like to finish this basket for this Finish It Friday. So we got some time ahead of us. Let's get to it. So we're in the home stretch, but I want to do a 2-ply with this, and I don't want to have to wrap it all around my wrist because that'll take forever. So this is my version of a handy Andy, which is you can buy an Indian plying tool. I just made one. Take a piece of cardboard, a couple of folds, chop some holes, stick a dowel through it, right? And make sure it's wide enough to fit around your wrist, because you are going to put it around your wrist when you're working with it. But then you just take your yarn, oops, go under that arm, take some pressure off. So starting from the bottom, you go around, down. You just want to make sure that you make this cross. And you don't want it too tight, so don't pull it snug. So now that we're started, the yarn's going to stay there, and we just repeat this pattern. So basically, this is your wrist, this is your middle finger. And just make sure you just keep going in the same direction, and it'll work out just fine. So you can see how the cross is building here, and I'm always going the same. So I'll go, if we put it this way, I go top to bottom, then I go over, and I go top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom, and that will always make your cross. And it's the cross that allows you to make that bracelet. Okay. So we're going to assume that, just to show you, I'm going to just break this off. All right, so now we're ready to work with it. We want to keep our ends together. So we have our 2 ends here. We don't want to lose those. Then you can see here, this loop, you just want to slip your hand in there and make sure you get all the threads to that side. And then you can just pull your stick out and put your hand through the middle. Set that to the side. Tie your ends together. And there you go. Your handy dandy Indian plying bracelet. I got it on upside down though. Hold on. Then if you want to take it off to go do something, you can just pop it on there to hold your loop. But it does definitely have an up and a down side. You'll find out very quickly when you are pulling it off your wrist. Oh, I think I must have gotten one tangled. There we go. And then you can just keep pulling it off your wrist, and keep pulling it off your wrist, and keep pulling it off your wrist. And there we go, 2-ply. So in typical Tammy fashion, I managed to get myself all mucked up. So rather than fight with it, I'm just gonna clip it off. I think it got snagged on my ring and then it pulled off a bunch and it got all mucked up, but I'm gonna try to see if I can salvage it. Now here's our ends before I lose those. Oh, too late, I already lost them. All right, let's see if we can untangle this mess. Okay, so we're back on track here. And I don't think I really want to untangle all this. So I think what I'm going to do, just break that chunk off and start over again from here. So if something goes awry, stop, cut out a chunk if you need to, and go back to what you're doing. Don't panic. It can be saved, hopefully. I mean, not always, but 90% of the time, if you just stop, assess the situation, pull out a chunk if you need to. Better to sacrifice that than sacrifice all of this. I'm going to go back to plying. All right, we're all done. We have nothing but empty bobbins. Woohoo! The only thing I didn't do was these locks, but I'm going to save them for another project. So here we are. This is my Finish It Friday haul of yarns. All plied up and ready to be washed. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.